Vegemite. The very name evokes strong reactions. For some, it's a beloved taste of home, a nostalgic reminder of childhood breakfasts. For others, it's a pungent, salty mystery, an acquired taste they haven't quite acquired. This dark, yeast-based spread is practically an Australian icon, as recognisable as kangaroos and koalas. But the journey of Vegemite, from its origins to its place on toast in kitchens across Australia and beyond, is a surprisingly winding tale. It's a story often shrouded in myth and misinformation. One persistent legend claims Vegemite's roots lie not in the sunburnt land of Australia, but in the bustling heart of the Ottoman Empire. The story goes that Vegemite's recipe was inspired by a traditional Turkish paste brought to Australia by immigrants in the early 20th century. This exotic connection adds a certain mystique to Vegemite's history. However, like many good stories, this one is likely more fiction than fact. There's no real evidence to support the Ottoman Empire connection. Vegemite's origins are decidedly more homegrown. The truth, though less exotic, is no less fascinating. Vegemite was born out of necessity, a product of wartime shortages and innovative thinking. It's a testament to Australian ingenuity and resourcefulness. World War I had severely disrupted global trade, including the supply of essential ingredients like yeast extract. Australia, heavily reliant on imports, had to find alternatives. Enter Cyril Callister, a young chemist working for the Fred Walker Company in Melbourne. Tasked with creating a savoury spread using readily available ingredients, Callister experimented with brewer's yeast, a byproduct of beer production. After months of research and testing, he finally hit upon a winning formula in 1922. This thick, dark paste was initially marketed as pure vegetable extract, a name lacking a certain ring to it. The Fred Walker Company held a nationwide competition to find a catchier name. Vegemite, a combination of vegetable and mite, a popular suffix at the time, was the winning entry. Despite its catchy name and marketing efforts, Vegemite's rise to fame wasn't immediate. Australians accustomed to British spreads like Marmite were initially hesitant to embrace this new local alternative. But Vegemite's fortunes changed during World War II. Rationing made it a valuable source of vitamins and nutrients, and it was included in soldiers' rations. This wartime association solidified Vegemite's place in the Australian consciousness. Section 5. The Vegemite smear political warfare. Now let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the jar of Vegemite in the pantry. The idea of using this humble spread as a tool to discredit American politicians seems outlandish, even comical. There's no evidence to suggest that Vegemite has ever been wielded as a weapon in the arena of international politics. No diplomatic cables expose covert operations involving Vegemite. The truth is far less dramatic and far more delicious. Vegemite, with its distinctive flavour, has simply become a symbol of Australian identity. Section 6. Reaching out Vegemite diplomacy. While not a weapon, Vegemite has played a role in Australia's international relations, albeit a softer, more palatable one. It's often gifted as a gesture of goodwill during diplomatic visits and cultural exchanges. Australian peacekeepers and aid workers have also shared Vegemite with communities in the South Pacific and beyond. This sharing of food, a universal language of friendship, has helped foster positive connections. Vegemite, in its own small way, has become an ambassador for Australian culture. It's a conversation starter, a way to bridge cultural divides and spark curiosity. Section 7. Pacific Partnerships, building bridges with biscuits. Australia's engagement in the South Pacific extends far beyond culinary diplomacy. It involves substantial aid programs, infrastructure projects, and security cooperation. These efforts are driven by a desire to support the development of Pacific Island nations and strengthen regional stability. Vegemite, while a quirky cultural export, plays a relatively minor role in these broader diplomatic endeavours. It's important to maintain a balanced perspective. While cultural exchange is valuable, it's not a substitute for concrete action and meaningful partnerships. Section 8. A jar of contention, not everyone's cup of tea. It's worth noting that Vegemite, like any cultural symbol, can be polarizing. Its strong, salty taste is not universally loved. Even within Australia, there are those who find it repulsive. Some have even used Vegemite to perpetuate stereotypes about Australian cuisine, portraying it as bland and uninspired. These generalizations, often made in jest, highlight the subjective nature of taste and cultural perception. Ultimately, Vegemite's appeal lies in its uniqueness. It's a taste of home for many Australians, a reminder of childhood and shared cultural experiences. Section 9, Conclusion, a spread with a story. Vegemite's journey from its wartime origins to its place on breakfast tables across Australia is a testament to innovation, adaptation, and the enduring power of taste memories. While its connection to the Ottoman Empire and its role in international espionage remain firmly in the realm of myth, Vegemite continues to fascinate and divide. It's a cultural icon, a conversation starter, and a reminder that sometimes the most ordinary things can have the most extraordinary stories.